Now, James, when like in MMA, you see a lot of guys, they throw punches. Is there ways to, when somebody throws a punch, to somehow evade it and get into a move? Or is that very difficult?
It's really, it depends on your skill and your timing. Like, like kung fu movies, like, and like if I was a kung fu instructor, I'd be like, yeah, you know, like, bam, bam. Like, there are ways you can do it, but to high percentage, not necessarily. There's too much going on, especially in an MMA fight. Like, maybe like if like you're doing like a tournament where it's just based for one specific style, yeah, you could probably get something like that off. But like MMA, there's too much happening at once. But there are some ways, like I could show you a way if you see someone throws like a cross, someone throws like a hook, or like they throw a haymaker or something. Like, go ahead with your right hand, you throw a haymaker. The first thing you want to do is control that. You know, just like you see anytime. You know, this is what you do. Okay, we control the bicep, my forearm's blocking the punch, and I get my elbow in line with my chest. Because what I want to do is I want to duck under, and I want to shoot this arm across your chest. Because I'm going to go for a head and arm choke right now. Okay, so as soon as you throw the haymaker, I grab my hand. I'm going to duck under. I'm going to raise my elbow up so this space becomes larger. If this is here, it's not going to work. I come up. I'm going to duck underneath, and I'm going to get my arm right across your neck here. And I'm going to either look to grab your back, or I'm going to look for a palm-to-palm grip right here. I'm going to keep my head sandwiched in. So if we turn position, my bicep is across your neck, and your shoulder is pushing into the other side of your neck. I'm basically going to choke you with my own arm and your own shoulder. I'm just going to come right here just to get the position. I'm going to keep my head as close to you as possible. I'm going to slide my hand up to my bicep, and I'm going to put my forearm right across, and you can even grab right here on the inside of the tricep. Now it's just kind of like I'm hugging you to death. I'm just going to squeeze, and I'm going to get the choke, okay? Before, like with the rear naked choke, I was just choking you with my own arm, okay? But this is a little different. I'm choking you with my arm, and I'm choking you with your shoulder. I'm pushing your shoulder into your neck while my biceps pushing into the other side. Okay, so again, if, you know, any self-defense situation, especially someone who doesn't know how to fight, you're going to see a lot of times guys throwing big haymakers, or, you know, that's just a common punch. As soon as you feel like you see it, and this is where keeping your guard up comes into play, because if my guard's not up, I'm not blocking the punch. So as soon as you see that punch coming, immediately, like I'm stepping into it, and I'm grabbing right at the bicep. And this isn't really like unrealistic. This is, everyone's going to be able to block a punch like that. Okay, so we jump in, right grab. As soon as I get here, I'm going to raise my elbow up. I'm going to like drop my level, and I'm going to shoot my arm across his neck, and I'm going to get right underneath him. Okay? As soon as I get here, I got to get tight to him. I got to favor the side that I'm on. So I'm not going to stay in front of him like this and be square, because he's just going to bring this arm across and get back. I have to stay on his side. Okay? If my head is not to his head, he's just going to pull his elbow down. So this is, without even making a grip, if I keep my hand here, he tries facing me, he can't, because I'm closing this distance. I'm making a wall. Makes it better if you have a palm-to-palm grip while you're setting this up. All I'm going to do, slide my hand to my bicep, reach my hand from this side of his neck, and I'm going to look to grab his tricep. This makes it tight. You don't need to grab his tricep, but what happens is it pulls his arm, it pushes his arm into his neck more, okay? And then from here it's just a squeeze. I'm just pinching my elbows together like cutting with scissors, and I'm flexing my biceps. So I'm pinching, everything's folding in, which is making that space smaller, because his head's in between here. If I don't pinch my elbows, that space is going to stay the same. But if I pinch my elbows, look how much smaller that gets. And it's like a noose, just choking your opponent. So like that is one way from like to block a punch and get right into a submission.
Yeah, that was pretty cool actually. That was pretty cool. And it's weird because you can't really move. Once when you're here and they got you, you can't fucking move. It's almost impossible to spin out. It's hard.
It's kind of like being in a straitjacket. You got to compare to it. And really, when it comes down to it, it's all about control. One thing about a lot of people who start grappling or start like doing submission grappling or wrestling is you have completely no control of your body. You know, especially if you're going against a really experienced guy. He's gonna make you feel like a little kid. He's gonna sun you. He's gonna sun you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like. Definitely, like if you can control someone, like that's like the main point of this is to control. It's not just to go out there and do whatever you want. If you control someone, they're gonna be in a bad spot.
As always, I love you guys. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, go to the greatest website in the world, www.body-forward.com, and follow James. His link is below, and don't forget to download that free nutrition report. Peace.
Peace out, guys.